from all, to all, with all, for all, through all. We thank the gods of creation. We thank the ancestors. We thank the forces of nature. And we thank the earth. We thank them for their direction, their protection, their guidance, for keeping us, showing us, allowing us to know and enjoy life to its fullest, now and later.
Black people who once loved with the slow march of time. Time was ours to hold in the soft, low-born chambers of our hearts. And once we, the Afro mommies and daddies of a sun world, would turn our strands of hair into antennas to tune in the juju madness and syncopated love rhythms of Africa. And we loved with time, and we took the time to love. And with the right time we love, and we love time after time. Will we ever love again? Will we ever love again? Will we really ever love again? Or will we just sit and rot away with the brighter tomorrows in the skag field, rat cluttered halls of our minds?
Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? Will the real black people please stand up?
Jumbo Habari, and welcome once again to another segment of our story. Greetings, family. We appreciate you taking time out to be with us tonight. We work very hard to ensure that you are able to gain something valuable from our presentations, something that will stay with you long after we have signed off of the air. Our aim is to communicate to you, our viewers, information that is not available through the contemporary media. Our pledge to you, our supporters, is to present information from a black perspective, a perspective which has traditionally been denied our community since the days of physical enslavement, when blacks were denied the opportunity of options that would allow us to make intelligent decisions that will allow us to climb from the bottomless pits of dehumanizing living conditions to the top of the pillars of our great ancestors, the original kings and queens of all humanity. Let us not make the mistake that our ensuing adversaries have made, trying to define royalty in a material sense, for material thinking has reduced kings and queens of the world to subhumans, non-humans who have been degraded to slave for others, instead of working and building for self. As we build for self, allow yourself to take a few moments out to reflect. As we reflect, let us remember the RBG, that is the red, the black, and the green. Three colors the Honorable Marcus Garvey brought together to form our national flag and to symbolize our great movement. As I am reminded by the faithful brothers and sisters who stopped me to share a few words of wisdom and encouragement, we are truly a special people. By being a special people, we are obligated to be our brother's keeper and our sister's protector. As all of the great black men and black women who have passed these roads before us, I am continually reminded that we are the leaders we have been waiting for. As I talk to our youth, I continually emphasize to them that we are the leaders we have been searching for. It is because of these reminders that I am guided down the paths I take. As I take the paths plotted out for me by our ancestors, I am reminded of my responsibility to nurture and shepherd the waiting flock of innocent children that are under a cloud of irrational and immoral leadership that is tainted by the many degrees of foreign values and foreign morals. Unfortunately, those of us who have endured the test of time by surviving the cruel and unusual treatment of a sick society a society full of living forms who have the nerve to call themselves people, living forms that have the nerve to call themselves the children of God. As a black adult, I call upon the other conscious black adults to mount up and ride out against the evil forces that are poisoning and murdering our youth. As if that was not enough to give us, the unconscious black people, rhyme and reason for all blacks to come to the aid of their race. If this is not enough, then the continued assault on black people across the nation should grant legitimacy to a call for action, a call that is rooted in the actions and the directions of those blacks who were kidnapped and stripped of every conceivable dignity granted to us by our creators. That is why it is so important to remember where we came from and how difficult the journey continues to be.
Yeah, sentencing my enemies. He asking you, do you remember me? To label. Yeah, some hard lessons coming from a hard entity. Hey, do you remember me? Be asking you now. Think about that. Do you remember me? Remember me, remember me. You remember me? Hear me out. You have been cheating on me, manufacturing my history. I need to sit and talk about the side that's black in me. Pick up your chalice. Please put aside all them fears and your mollies. Rejecting my message, you'll awake when the penny dropping. Remember, the time that's almost forgotten. Slavery was something big that you're running. You're selling up man and man, busting up families. In reality, me and you were three traditional enemies. You envy me, even though I'm meek, I'm still threatening. You're scared of me, possessive to the point I'm putting slavery. Human trafficking, prostituting, ways restraining our liberties. Deliberated be when you force us enough misery. Look, global systems warming up, ocean iceberg ready to tear shit up. Neanderthals, you're on the rampage, mashing things up. World harmony is burst wide open, asunder. Why? Because you don't remember me. Now tell me, come on, hey, do you remember me? Remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah, yeah. Do you remember me? Remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah. Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah, yeah. Do you remember me? Remember me, remember me. Yeah. Mental blockades, memories can never fade. Neither does the world like to be tamed. Enraged by the crisis of my fellow natives. New laws we're gonna be making in relation to atrocities, outside criminal activities. Strip you all of your treasuries. Who could it be that's mastered and cooked up these eternal plans to hold down us Nubians? Forget us, call them Indians. Maybe I'm sounding Polynesian. Aborigine, I'm talking about all us indigenous beings. To atone should be stripped of your luxuries. Status denied, no longer first class leading nationalities. Why? The held European communities have the audacity to unsettle other natives' liberty. Eternal strife will ruin it. Though all the resources you use are my foreign thing, never is my foreign rate of exchange lucrative. Relate. Can you feel why I feel this rage? It's cause inside I feel like I'm trapped in a cage. You call it poverty and charity. Envious from being in this position that you put us in. Uncompromising, but still you tell us that you don't remember me. Do you remember me? Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me, yeah. Do you remember me?